All right. So rewind, start over. Take two. Nice. All right. Is it moving today? It wasn't moving yesterday either. I don't know what's going on. All right. So. Oh, I got it. This should be on your paper. This is like a huge piece of the understanding around the problem, so it needs to be on your paper. So we know that we have RY, RB, GY, and GB, and they give us the areas, or they give us the fraction of the total. And they tell us RY is 1/10. Okay, RB is 1/10. And then GY is 4/10. And GB is 4/10. All right. So the question asks, what is the area of each section? So what are some ways that I could state that? Yeah.
RY is 1/10.
Okay, I could literally say RY is 1/10. What else could I say? Yeah.
RY is 10.
10 what?
Out of 100.
10%. Good. So it's 10% of the whole. Okay, what about RB? Same as above. So we know that this is 10% of the whole. What about GY?
40%.
Okay, GY is 4/10, or you could say 40% of the whole. I like the kids that are following along, getting these down. And then GB is the same as above. It is 4/10 and 40% of the whole. So if I know that this is 4/10 and that's 1/10, I can easily break this into halves and break the halves into half, and that would show you the 4 pieces that it's missing. How do I know this, that other than, it's 4/10? So how many total pieces? 10 pieces, right? Okay. So if there are 10 pieces, this is one piece over here and one piece there. Questions? Is there any other way I could state the area?
You can do percentages.
I just did.
I
could say RY equals 1. If RY equals 1, what does GY equal? 4. That'd be another way to state the area. I also could say things like GYB. Okay, so GYB equals 8. It's the combined of the both on both sides. And that would represent how many greens I would have total. Any other questions about warm-up? All right. Gosh, I thought I updated this yesterday and it's not. Turning. Remember, homework, guys. Homework's on time. Okay. Taya missed school yesterday. Perfect example. She came in. She had her homework. Tomorrow she's going to do tonight's and yesterday's, and boom, we'll be good to go. That's the kind of responsibility that I'm asking all of you guys to do. If you miss school, remember, it's your job to go talk to your teachers. I keep stating that. Some of us missed the partner test, not in here, but if you're watching the video, you missed the partner test, you need to make that up. I'm not going to come find you. And pretty soon it's going to be, whoop, past the day. I can hand back quizzes once I have all the makeup. So I'll give you those back physically once I have, and I didn't get a chance to put in the grades last night. I'll try to get them in tonight.
The quizzes that we took on the computer?
Yeah, the partner quizzes.
Oh.
I'll hand those back to you. The computer quizzes, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. We did okay.
Like 70%. So we failed.
We did we did okay.
Like 70.
Remember, with only so few questions, you don't get a lot of leeway. So if you miss one, that's 66%. Okay? So, but my goal isn't to fail you guys. My goal is for you to learn the material, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. Or Monday, I should say, because tomorrow we don't have class.
I know, I'm so excited.
Any other questions? So yeah, we'll get to that on Monday. And
We don't have to learn tomorrow?
oh, you do? It's a career fair.
I have a question, like, what are we even doing?
Oh, career fair is gonna be cool. All right. So please get your homework out in front of you. Everybody turn to page 80 in their book.
Where's my book? Somebody steal it.
Yep.
Somebody stole my book. Give it back. You stole my book. You just said you did. I don't have my book. You can tell me still. I'm in.
Okay, page 80.
Not exactly that.
All right, so looking at making purple. You need two colors to make purple, right? We need red and blue. So here I have the marbles, and I got two different buckets. And it's asking me to use an area model to show the possible outcomes. Talk to your tables about how does your area model look and how many outcomes do you have? Go.
Okay, so for my area model was like the same one that we just did there. I just put that. Okay, so this is okay, so my area model, I'm actually using as much, but it's just, I just write like, Y, R, T, R, B, like that kind of thing in my area model.
So, here I made my area model, and yours should be similar. Now, it doesn't matter which bucket is on the bottom, which bucket's on the top. So if I look at this, how many outcomes do I have? 12. It shows me 12, and the other way I can figure out 12 is I take all my possible options, and do I multiply, divide, add, or subtract them?
You multiply.
Multiply. So it's 4 times 3. That's where I get my 12 outcomes. So just, I want you to talk now about 4, A and B. Go.
Because there was only one that was out of 4. So basically the same way. What did you get, Calvin? Did you
Yeah, I have.
what did you
It's 11, 12. Because there's only one blue marble on the left. And there's 12 out.
Good. 11, 12.
No, usually
Okay. You caught that now? Good. All right. Any further questions about this? I was just listening to a couple conversations. You guys got this part pretty well, so there was just a little bit of confusion about this. Okay, if you could go to your notes from yesterday. No, I know I didn't print this out either. I'm not printing these out because these are pretty basic. I don't think I want you to practice. So go to your notes from yesterday, the paper you used. So we're talking about making purple, and we got area models and probability. So here I have a spinner. Here I have a spinner. I want you to talk to your table about what is the fraction that this is broken into, and what is the fraction that this is broken into. Go, talk to your tables.
they're both set.
close. You're close.
6 is 1 is broken into 2.
Why is it doing this?
It doesn't like you, Mr.
I don't know why it's there. Okay, so I was listening. I heard Eliza say this is broken into 6, and this is broken into 8s. So some of the areas are greater than obviously just 1/8. But looking at this, we have 2 pieces that make a quarter. So that would be, I would have, if that is basically 1/2 of a half, we know that yellow takes up 1/4. The red, okay, takes up 1/8. So how would I make my area model based on your learning yesterday? Go ahead, talk to your teams. How would you make it? Yes, thank you. Once you discuss it, I want you to make it. Go.
You make 3 lines going. Where it is. Alright, a big follow. Could you see that? Just need it. Then that goes to area. So like what you do is you take like the colors, like green, you just use the first letters, like green, yellow, blue, red. So if I like, yeah, just draw a rectangle in. Okay, so now I know the first letter of this one is yellow, red, looks like red a Y, R, a B, and a G, like there. Just like I did right here.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, and then draw lines like across them like that.
Just like a ball.
So based on what you told me, I know that my area model needs to be broken into the smallest fraction that is represented. We said the smallest fraction here is a 6th, the smallest fraction there is an 1/8. So I took my top and I broke that into 8 sections, and then I took my side and I broke it into 6 sections. So how many possible outcomes would I have?
69.
48.
48. So I would go 1/6 times 1/8, and that's going to give me that there's one outcome out of 48. And 6 times 8 would give me my total outcomes. And one outcome would be blue and red. I can only get that in one case out of 48. Or no, that is not true, because here I could have red and blue. Oh no, that'd be red and blue, not blue and red. And other areas are represented differently. Whereas I could find how many options do I get blue, blue? Well, there's one here, one there, and that would be it. So that would be a 2 out of 48, or a 1/24th probability. 1 out of 24. We're going to be continuing this today. Today in your journal or your book, we are going to be working on pages 73, 74, 75. A lot of you yesterday finished, guys, you finished this. So you would start with a partner practice. with ABD, and then number 33 on page 90. We have about 25 minutes. Yes?
Does it matter which way you put the colors on?
Nope, it doesn't matter. That's a good question.
I did it in yours, I gave it the R and the D, and then on mine the D, and you do it with the R.
Yes, but, yep, and it would be the same. Mine's gonna be in a different spot.
Where do you want to work?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
That's it.
People are he's way in the mess. I thought I taught him, I thought I raised him to be a good person.
What's up, Ty?
Hey, partner, you bully your partner, bully him. Try to be a solo table.
Sorry, yeah.
This is a sweet experience. I am. I'm also getting all of the grades and six. Fine, I'll get myself in the game. My brother subscribed to Daniel this morning, so I'll snap. You're remagnification. Tam, get over here now. I like you too, Tatiana. My brother subscribed to Daniel. I'm not happy. I didn't look at it. My brother subscribed to Daniel. I'm saying it's not advertising. Look at my game. Do you like advertising? I'll advertise. It's not you don't
So when you guys go to play the Making Purple game, you're gonna need a paper clip.
Just a paper clip?
Yep, that's all you need. A small one.
How do you make purple with that?
You just use the picture right on the thing. The picture on the book. You want a small paper clip. Thank you. Small paper clip.
I want a red one.
Or red.
I want a red one.
I'm playing by
Because it won't
myself.
work.
Using this little one. Kind of like mine really little.
Wait, just a paper clip?
Why won't it leave me alone?
Wait, just a paper clip?
Yes. Yeah. Mine wouldn't come apart for a second. I was just like, oh, how many do we need? Just one, I think.
Look. It's not even Yours is too big.
75. Yeah.
If it will come.
I think you guys have like one long. Why?
Yes.
So you need to get one more. Okay, guys.
So, hold on. Making a
Yes. You can make a bigger one and then, yeah. So Jayla just asked, do you need to draw this? You can either use, those are really small. Just draw and make a bigger one. And then use a paper clip.
Can you grab me that mug?
Sub to my channel.
I need a circle. I'll make a table. Can we make a table? And what are we supposed to do?
Right.
I need subscribers.
Eli's looking for a partner.
Eli, go join us.
Oh, no, Cam. He's looking for a partner. Who are you with, Addie? Are you still working on yours?
I'm with
What?
nobody. I was just doing it.
Okay, Addie, go with Eli. Hey, I need Taya, I need you to start on this stuff. Yes. So head back to your seat. I want you to work on this.
So can I?
Hold on. Peyton, is you almost done? Yeah, she's almost on C. So put your name up there when Peyton's done. You guys can talk around. I need you guys to meet her. She has to, before she can do that stuff, she's got to do me. There's a reason why I put independent practice first. Say what?
I taught my son math. I taught.
So you don't need to do C1, you need to do C4. Yes. No, you gotta make a stand. Just draw a circle and then have a hit one. Do that. That clearly had nothing to do with. What's up? Ability from area models a way of showing probability.
Sub to Justin.
What are you doing?
You have to control the temperature side. Stop. I'm telling you now, stop. Come on.
Give me that red boy.
No, right? No, I'm gonna write on here.
Just do one half is red. Just do one half is red.
That one.
Red and blue. Does it have to be red and blue? Does it have to be blue and red? Is that specific or you just?
Blue and red, the only way you can make purple with those colors. So that's the outcome that they're looking for. Hey guys, just FYI, remember some of the things that I've told you I will do. Check your answers. They're over there. I have 4-1 and 4-2. So you can go look and check your work to make sure you're doing it right. And make sure you ask yourself, what do I know about this problem? Okay, so I can deepen my understanding.
You're a bully. You're unskinny. You're unskinny. You want to bully someone? You're unsmart. Poor thing. Only educated type can see that. Yellow. These spaces don't even. Shut up.
Man, this game's very good. To me, it could be
It's blue. It's blue. It's blue. Red.
It does.
Okay, we're gonna shop like right now.
How many turns is
I've done it 5 times.
But look,
and I've
it
done
says
something
suppose
like
it's
that.
10 turns with the 2 stickers.
So this represents bucket 1. You can see they have red, green, and green because
Participation.
they have red, green, and green. Now what they're asking you to do is, now I need to represent bucket 2 on here. Where would I put bucket 2? Top. And and you can see bucket 1 has 3 choices, bucket 2 has 4. So those 4 colors will go up there. I'll split that into 4s, and then I would have my area mode.
Stick them everywhere.
Callie's Cuba's rat.
I nearly caught it, but then I went for the pencil.
For like 5 years. Stop it. Well, I'm like, stop.
They're not. The spinners are
I'm making calculations out loud.
What was it?
Okay. Oh my god, I need to stop.
Red?
What is the direction going? Have red meat. Are you okay? No.
You're annoying me.
Okay. Great part. Based on your results, what is the experimental probability? 0. Red, you need red and blue, right? No, you need to we have a 5 red on the first one, and 7 reds up to very.
I'll just leave them on the side.
Oh, no, that's actually, and it's a little bit green. You know this one. No. Okay. Red will probably. And I had to see where we're supposed to do experimental, right? What is the experimental? It says experimental right here. First, sorry. Can't shut. Unless a better way. Be quiet. Please don't angry. Is that good? What is it? 4 out of 10. No, it's
Well, stop.
That's actually you round it. You have to round down to 7. I say the person can get on your no, not just
You should round down to example
but
in that case.
but
I would, in this case, I would round this.
It was 0.92. I say it can get like that 1.8%.
I need to remove it.
Oh, you're talking.
That's the second one.
How much money are they gonna make? Yeah. So how much money they're gonna make is a combination between how much money they make and how much money they pay.
Oh, so they were going to lose money.
Are they gonna lose money?
was the last one.
Yeah.
What is it?
It says 8.
So they rounded up a person?
But they can't round up a.
Yes, you can. The person. No, you can't.
So yeah. So take this game, right? You play the game for $2. Okay. The winner gets $6. So this is different than. So how much money are they gonna make? You have to figure out what's the probability of winning versus the probability of losing.
I don't think so.
Does that make sense?
That's not.
This is when it starts to hit.
Do your
Come on, that's not hard.
We're talking about
What do you want?
we're talking about.
Thank you, Candace.
I'm only on 82. Yes.
Okay, so you're on C.
Then you guys will eat it.
So what do you, so you're on D now? Okay?
I bet this weird.
Make sure you guys are checking your work. Yes.
Okay, so I did my trials, but
And what'd you get?
that's like I didn't know that. Last like 2 years ago, it was like to be this hard. So many. You have this game.
Okay? And if I add those up, it equals 100%. So that's good.
You were.
What?
Okay. So what's the percentage? The percentage tells you experimentally.
This is.
What?
I'm getting purple.
Well, no.
We have to do 10.
That's not of getting, that's of getting each color. So then you need to use that to figure out how many kids are going
Did it?
to
We made
win.
purple. You add the one thing. Give me a topic.
So what's, how do I win? I get red and blue. So, or I could get a blue and a red. So, what are the chances of getting a blue on this side? Okay, theoretically, but what's the experimental? 10%, right? So she got a 10. Is this you? Can I use the back? She got a 0.10 chance of getting blue. So then, what's the chance of getting a red? On this spinner.
Go take that.
What is 0.1 times
Just for him.
0.4?
I can't do anything in my head apparently.
4 times 1 is still 4.
I can't do that. No, it's not. It's 5.
Okay, so just go like
0.0.
what?
So that's the percent chance of getting those two. But that's not the only way you can win. You could win also by getting a
Yellow, red.
red. So what was the probability of getting a red on the first spin?
It's a 3% chance.
Okay, 0.3.
And then
And what's the blue on the other?
no.
So what's 0.3 times 0.2?
already technically did.
Okay, I was just useless apparently.
So, these are the chances of winning.
That's a great chance of winning.
So, I would now to figure out the combined, I add them together, so what's the possibility of winning? No, what's point? So, because this is 10. So I have a 0.0 chance of winning. 0.10. So 10% chance of winning. So if I play this game, if I play this game 10 times, how many times do I win? One. Okay, good. So if I win, how much money do I get? Or how much money do I make?
The cost to play the game is $2.
Okay, so the cost is $2. Hold on. Cost is 2. That's going to be represented by X. So 2 times, however many times I play. X is how many times I play. What? Okay, so if I play 10 times, I'm going to make $20. How many times is someone going to win?
Oh, I do that all the time.
Because we're still doing this.
One time.
Well, look at how perfect.
So do I make money? I'm sure I make $14. Because it costs 20 to play. It costs 20?
It costs 20 to play when you play 10 times.
Yes. And out of those 10, how many times am I going to win? Once. And I get $6 if I win. So I'm going to lose $14.
Okay.
Why would you just keep not playing? Stupid. Horrible games are dumb. Stupid.
Guys.
Why would you play if you're losing money?
So they're going to make, yeah, but this is a $14 profit.
This is a child gambling. I love how they're like always
Okay.
doing that.
Okay, guys, I need you to pick up.
Can I post paper? Yes. Put that in your learning.
I need the paper clips back, please. We need to pick up quickly, please.
Mr. McFarland,
Yep.
I have a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to beat like the subscriber count. And could you subscribe to my channel and like advertise it on your channel since you have more subscribers than me?
Wait, how many do you have? Daniel had 75 this
I have like 70.
You should make
And
it
you have like 113.
I could probably help you out. I like that. I like a little competition.
Liza the board says.
Okay. Shh. Okay, guys, can we come back together? So I want to talk to you about. Everyone had different answers for the spinner game because your probability isn't going to work out to be exact for every person, right? Because everyone got to spin differently. How many ways on the spinners are there to make purple? Yeah.
What was the question?
How many ways are there to make purple? Yeah. So tell me, what are they? Hold on. Dylan.
So there was, I'm pretty sure there was 3 reds,
3 reds.
3 reds and blues, and then there was one blue and red.
Okay. So I could get reds first and then blues. Or if I flip it, I could get blue first, then red. Okay. So your experimental probability, what should it work out close to be, you think?
Somewhere around 60.
We'll run out of time. We're gonna start here tomorrow because I want to start by talking this because this is pretty cool because you think you have a pretty good chance of winning when you look at the spinners, but when you do the probability, not so much.
Are we gonna be in this class tomorrow?
Monday. All right, alrighty. So your exit ticket and homework. You have problem 8 on 82. Use the 2 spinners and make an area model that represents the chances of the probability of getting the different combinations.
Just an area model?
Just an area model that represents those 2 spinners. We're still talking about developing an area model. And so today is the final test on being able to do that. I can tell you that next Tuesday, you'll be tested on an area model. And that actually might become, it can't be Wednesday, can it? I'm running out of time. Which is good and bad. Mostly sad. Yeah. You guys are an awesome class. I like teaching you.
Is that green? Like that light green?
Yep, that's a light green. That's green and green. That's blue and that's blue.
No, but is that a 6th?
Good. Yes, it's a 6.
And then the other side what is that?
I like it. Schmitty was looking. He's like, wait a minute. That 3 of those would make this half. That means this is 1/6, and that really matters for your area model. You don't need to fill in your area model, but you got to label the sides. What about this one? What's the smallest denomination?
Is that 1/12?
1/12. Good job. So if that's 1/12, we know that is 2/12. This is 3/12. This is 6/12. And then from there, you have no problem making that area model.
All right.
Please do your homework. Keep up on that. You know I'm not going to be checking it tomorrow, so you do have time, right? Because we won't have class tomorrow. But on Monday, we'll be checking it. I am collecting your warm-up and exit tickets from last week. So make sure to get those out. That is what you're going to give me as you're heading out the door. Make sure your name is on your warm-up and exit ticket from last week. That is what I'm collecting. And hopefully I can figure out 22nd